Good morning, students. In the last video we have completed the complete topic electric charge and field, that is theoretical section. Now we are going to deal with numerical section. I deal complete numericals of NCERT. In the examination is going to give the preference for NCERT numericals only. By keeping the view of that, we go for the numericals on electric charge and field, NCERT numericals. The maximum students while solving the numericals, that depends on calculators. So according to my opinion, there will be no need of the calculator, even though while solving the theoretical problems as well as CET or NEET problems or JEE mains advanced problems. There are the certain tricks while solving the numericals. Those tricks are nothing but you must know 1 to 10 tables and 10 to the power conversion factors. If you know this much, that is more than sufficient. We avoid the calculator. 90% calculator should be avoided by the students if you follow this method. I give the little bit introduction how to avoid the calculators, so we can go for the 10 to the power conversions and certain mathematical tricks. So when you are going to come across the 10 to the power factor, I go for 10 to the power positive powers. If I write 10, it is equals to what? Nothing should be there. Power 1. If I write 100, how many zeros? 2 zeros. 10 to the power of 2. 1000, how many zeros after 1? 10 to the power of 3. Okay. If I write the numericals like this, 1 by 15672852. So I want to make the simplified version. I want to convert it into 10 to the powers. If the number is greater than 1, then we get what? 10 to the power positive. So, of course, this number is greater than 1. So, I want to write either 1.5 or 15.6 or 156 point something. So, I can write 1.5. So, when you go for 10 to the powers, you move from left to right from the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1.5672852. How many places you have shifted? 7 places. 3, 7. 10 to the power of 7. If I shift all the places 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then 0.15 into 10 to the power, you can write 8. Now this is a larger value. If the last number is more than 5, add 1 to the previous, you can make it 10 to the power of 6 into 10 to the power of plus 7. Now it gives a large variation when you deal with 10 to the power of positive powers. So better to, that is nothing but two significant figure or two significant figures. Better to go for what? 10 to the powers of negative values. Positive value gives the larger change. Usually we avoid that one. We can consider at the for the calculations without using the calculators. Then, if I write the number like this, 127528925 7356. Then how this number should be converted into 10 to the powers? So I move from left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Shall I write 1.275 into 10 to the power of 12? I can leave the rest numbers. They counts a lot in the calculation for the bigger numbers. For the smaller numbers it is okay. So for simply I am giving the examination how to convert 10 to the powers here. If the number is greater than 1, 10 to the powers are positive. If I go for less than 1 number, that is nothing but if the number, given number is less than 1, that is in terms of the fraction, we get 10 to the powers of what? Negative. For example, I go for 0.1. 0.1. After the decimal point, how many digits? 1. Then I write 1 into 10 to the power of minus 1. Then 0.01, after the decimal point, how many digits? 2. 1 into 10 to the power of minus 2. If I write 0.0001, after the decimal point, you count the total numbers available in the given number after the decimal point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 into 10 to the power of minus 5. Now this is one method. Another method is that if you don't count the number, you consider the point itself is the 1. Point itself is the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leave the number. If you don't consider the point, then you consider the first number. Right? If I write like this 0.0000127558, then your decision is whether you want to be write 1 point or 12 point or 127 point or 1275 point or whole number. Then write 1 point. Then you move from after the decimal point from right to left. That is the reverse of what? Earlier. So I don't consider the point here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Write 1.2758 into 10 to the power of minus 6. Otherwise, if you consider the point as a 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't consider the number. If you leave the decimal point, you consider the number. Then how many numbers you are going to be shifted? How many places you are going to be moved? That should be what your 10 to the powers. Now this is your 10 to the power. Are you getting the point? Now this method makes us to be understand the things very easily. Right? While solving the problem, if we follow this method, we feel comfortable. The numericals, maximum numericals are, the students feel uncomfortable because the calculation part. Is it clear? Then there are the certain tricks for what? Doing the multiplication. If the last number is 5, then what are the tricks? Within the fraction of the second, we can give the answer for that. 5 into 5, we know that, 25. 15 into 15. 25 into 25. 35 into 35. 45 into 45. Then what are the tricks? If you go for the numbers. Last number 5, you write blindly 25 for all the numbers. What is the next number for 1? 2. 2 into 1, 2. 225. What is the next number for 2? After the 2, what is the number existed? 3. 3 2s are 6. What is the next number for 3? 4. 4 3s are 12. What is the next number for 4? 5. 5 4s are 20. Like this we can do the multiplication in the memory only. Then after that we can easily write on the paper. Right? Then how this should be used in the calculation? Now it is the easiest one. You can write it after understanding. If I get 0.015 into 0.15. How many places after the decimal point? 3 digits. After the decimal point, 2 digits. 3 plus 2, 5. Shall I write 10 to the power of minus 5? Why? Because the numbers are less than 1. Then 15 into 15, 225. If you want to write to shift the two things, so if you are shifting from left to right 2 places, then you minus it, the number of places you have shifted. So 2.25 into 10 to the power of minus 3. If I shift 3 places, 0.225, how many places you have shifted from left to right? You reduce that much of the power from the original. So how many places you have shifted? 3. So this is minus 2. Like this. Are you getting the point? Simple रहते हैं, कॉम्प्लिकेशन मत बना लो. न्यूमेरिकल्स कभी भी इजी रहते हैं. 1 to 10 आए तो बस, 1 to 10 टेबल्स आए तो बस है. 10 to the power कन्वर्शन आपको मालूम हो गया है. You can easily feel very comfortable while solving the numerical, especially for the NEET and JEE sections. बहुत बच्चे सर बहुत सारे न्यूमेरिकल्स रहते हैं, हमको कैलकुलेटर अलाउ नहीं रहती, हम कैलकुलेशन कैसा करना? सर ट्रिक्स रहते हैं, वो ट्रिक्स को पढ़ते जाना. Right? The one more thing for the squares. सर 15 into 15 करें, दोनों नंबर सेम है, स्क्वायर इजीली कर सकते हैं. अगर मैं 12 स्क्वायर करना चाहा, क्या कर सकते हैं? What is the last number? 2. 2 square 4. What is the last number? First number 1. 1 square 1. Multiply them. 1 into 2 2. Double it 4. 13 square. last number square 9, first number square 1, multiply them 1 into 3 3, double it 6. अगर 15 स्क्वायर है, हमको मालूम है 225 आता बोल के, यहाँ पे कैसा आता देखो 25 लास्ट नंबर स्क्वायर 25 5, कैरी दूर रखो 1 स्क्वायर 1, मल्टीप्लाई देम 5, राइट, सही है 5, डबल इट 10, 10 प्लस 2 12, 2 कैरी 1, 1 प्लस 1 2. दिस मेथड से भी कर सकते हैं आप. Are you getting the point? So now this is a simple rules to be followed while doing the numericals. Then after this I go for the topic. While solving the problems, whatever the derivations we have done in the theoretical section, all the derivations equation should be in your mind. कब आ जाता है? When you study the theoretical section clearly. Your problem and NEET are the byproduct of your theory. जब theory अच्छी तरह से समझ लेते, अपने आप NEET अच्छा हो जाता, अपने आप JEE अच्छे हो जाते, you can easily do the numericals. अगर आप दूध ही नहीं है आपके पास, जब तक अच्छी तरह से दूध नहीं उबालोगे तब तक मलाई नहीं आते. आप मलाई के पीछे पड़ते, हमको NEET करना है, JEE करना है, CET करना है, that is nothing but the मलाई. उसको क्या है, मेन चीज़ दूध है, थेरी आपका दूध है. जितना तुम दूध को उबालोगे उतनी क्रीम, बड़ी क्रीम आ जाएगी, अच्छी तरह से, अच्छे क्वालिटी की, थिक क्वालिटी की क्रीम आ जाएगी. So after studying the theoretical section, whatever the derivations we have done in the theoretical section, all the theoretical sections derivations formula should be in your mind while solving the problem. 50% of the solution of the problem is in the problem only. If you understand the problem neatly, if you read the problem carefully, that gives a 50% solution, right? Then I go for the list of formulae, whatever the things we have derived. I come across list of formulae or formulas. First thing, from the quantitation of the charge, the total charge on the body Q equals to NE plus or minus. छोड़ दो plus or minus. अगर पॉजिटिव चार्ज है प्लस लेते, नेगेटिव चार्ज है बोले तो माइनस लेते. Where N is the number of electrons, E is the charge of the electron. The total charge on the body Q equals to plus or minus NE. I can write simply NE here. Second one, when the charge is given to the body, the charges are available on the surface of the body. Then we have got the three types of the density of the charge. First one is the linear density, that is charge per unit length. Second one is surface density, charge per unit area. And third one is sigma, that is nothing but rho, volume density of the charge per unit volume. Now these are the surface density of the charge. Linear charge density, because the charges are distributed along the length. When the charges are distributed on the surface of the conductor, we come across the surface density of the charge. And if the charges are distributed throughout the volume of the conductor, then we come across volume density, that is rho. Then after this, third one, we come across Coulomb's law. From the Coulomb's law, there must be the 2-point charges and there is a separation distance between them. If the like charges, there is a force of repulsion. If the two charges are unlike charges, there is a force of attraction. Then we have got the equation. The force F equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught, product of the charges divided by distance square. Now this epsilon naught indicates what? Permittivity of the free space. The two charges are placed in a air medium. Now this is force experienced by the charges when they are placed at a distance d meter apart in an air medium. Now this is force experienced by the charges in the air medium. If the charges are placed in the medium, F equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon. That epsilon is nothing but epsilon naught into epsilon r. I can write Q1 Q2 divided by d square. Now this epsilon is represented by 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into epsilon r, Q1 Q2 divided by d square. whatever the value of the epsilon r is given for the respective medium, we have to be substituted. Now here, for both the factors, 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught is constant, that is 9 into 10 to the power of 9. Unit rata, 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught is constant factor, that is 9 into 10 to the power of 9. Then I want to calculate the relative permittivity or dielectric constant. Then we have got the one more formula. So epsilon r equals to Fa divided by Fm. And epsilon is equals to epsilon naught into epsilon r. Then epsilon r is also written as epsilon r equals to epsilon divided by epsilon naught. Absolute permittivity to the permittivity of free space. That ratio gives what? Relative permittivity or dielectric constant. हम जो पढ़े सो है वही इसको ला के रख रहा हूँ मैं. Nothing, not a new thing should be introducing for you. इतना होने के बाद we come across what? इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड कंसेप्ट में आ जाते हैं. ये पूरे चार्ज कंसेप्ट एंड फोर्स हो गया. Then I come across the electric field concept. यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड कंसेप्ट में we come across the sixth formula. ऑलरेडी 5 तो कर लिया आप यहाँ पे पूरे टॉपिक के अंदर. अब इधर so sixth one. The name itself indicates that the electric field is defined as force experienced by the test charge. So that test charge is Q naught, or the force experienced by the charge placed in the medium, that is nothing but the electric field. Then after this, the electric field at a point due to a point charge, that is the basic equation, E equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught charged by distance square. The electric field equals 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught charged by distance square, Q by D square. Right? Then after this, we come across the 8th equation, electric dipole. The electric dipole consists of the two equivalent opposite charges separated by a small distance. That distance is taken as 2L. Then there is the existence of the dipole moment. Dipole moment P equals to Q into 2L. The product of magnitude of the either charge and separation distance between them, that gives what? Dipole moment P. The electric dipole moment is a vector quantity. Its direction is from negative to positive charge. We have studied in the theoretical section. Then after this, we come across the electric field due to dipole at a point on the axial line and equatorial line. Then we come across the electric field due to dipole on the axial line. A indicates what? Axial line, 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught 2p by d cube. And equatorial line, EQ equatorial line, 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. यहाँ से 2 हटा दीजिए, p by d cube. This is for short dipole. By comparing the distance, the dipole length is neglected, then we come across. Now these are the equation for short dipole. On the axial line, 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught 2p by d cube. On the equatorial line, 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught p by d cube. Then we make the relation between them, that is nothing but the electric field on the axial line is nothing but 2 times the electric field on the equatorial line. अरे बाजू रख के इसको कर लिए, right? Then equatorial line पे लिखे आप लोग electric field due to dipole on the equatorial line, the half of the electric field on the axial line. Divide कर दो, right? Then after this, axial line and equatorial line, we go for torque on the dipole. Torque on the dipole. Then what is the direction here? Direction is directed along dipole moment. उसका उल्टा directed opposite to the dipole moment. The direction of the resultant electric field on the equatorial is opposite, that is from positive to negative. यहाँ पे from negative to positive, that is along the direction of the dipole moment. Right? Then we come across the torque experienced by the dipole in the region of uniform electric field, torque tau equals to Pe sin theta, where P is the dipole moment and E is the electric field, and theta is the angle between P and E. Torque tau equals to P sin theta. Right? Now this is about what? The dipole concept. Then after this, having the dipole concept, we come across the main thing of the topic, the electric flux. Shall I remove all the things? आपके पास है theoretical section में करे सो है, उसी को हम पूरे एक बार रिवाइज कर रहे हैं. एक बार देख लो पूरे. जस्ट पूरे इक्वेशंस को गौर से देख लो. कोई नई चीज़ नहीं है, आप पढ़े सो है उसी को एक बार रिवाइज कर रहे हैं बोर्ड पे. Then I go for next equation, 13th equation. लिख सकते हैं यहाँ पे electric flux. When you take the charge gives the electric lines of forces. The number of electric lines of forces passing through a given surface, that is nothing but phi. Phi equals to the sum of EDS cos theta. This is the mathematical equation. But actual equation, the electric field is defined as flux per unit area. On this equation basis, I go for 13th and this is 14th. Phi equals to E into A. This is nothing but, now these two are the vector quantity. The dot product of the two vector gives scalar EA cos theta. Here A is nothing but ds. Sum of ds gives what? Total area A. Right? Phi equals to vector E dot vector A, that is nothing but EA cos theta. Now this is from the equation E equals to flux per unit area. Right? Then after this, I come across Gauss theorem. To deal the Gauss theorem, we need the Gaussian surface. Unless until the charges to be enclosed, we cannot apply the Gauss theorem. The Gauss theorem is mainly meant for what? Distribution of the charges. Wherever the Coulomb's law is failure, we emerge with the new law in electrostatic, that is nothing but Gauss theorem. Now this Gauss theorem is called basic law in electrostatics. Then the total electric flux phi equals to 1 by epsilon naught times the total charge enclosed. This is called Gauss theorem. Now I take both the equations, then I can use total electric flux phi equals to sum of EDS cos theta is equals to 1 by epsilon naught times the total charge enclosed. अगर ये equation याद रख लिए, we can have the that is 3 important derivations for what? Application of the Gauss theorem. खाली ये equation याद रखो बोल के बोल दिए इसमें. सही है? Then after this, by using this Gauss theorem, I go for its application. Application of the Gauss theorem में आप लोगों को सही, आप लोगों को पूरे equations glance कर लिए? Yes. Then I come across application of the Gauss theorem. First one, applications of the Gauss theorem. Applications of Gauss theorem. Gauss theorem. For charged spherical conductor. For charged spherical conductor. Spherical conductor. First one, point outside, the electric field E equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught, charge by distance square. When the point is brought close to the surface, point close to the surface, लिख सकता हूँ मैं, point close to the surface, sigma by epsilon naught, where sigma is the surface density of the charge. When the point is inside the surface, point inside the surface, 1 marks question है. The electric field inside the charged spherical conductor is 0 because it does not enclose any charge, and there will be no existence of the electric flux. Then the total electric flux is 0, hence the electric field is 0. The electric field inside the charged conductor is 0. सही है? ये पूरे क्या हो गए फॉर चार्ज स्फेरिकल कंडक्टर. तीनों इक्वेशंस देख लो. Then after this, next application, the electric field due to a charged straight conductor. ले सकता हूँ मैं, निकाल दो पूरे, right? The electric field due to a charged straight conductor. Electric field due to a long straight charged conductor. Now this is nothing but we consider the second one. First में से वो तीन concept आ जाते हैं. The electric field due to a long straight charged conductor. So the electric field E equals to 1 divided by 2 pi epsilon naught lambda by r. आप इसको ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं, E equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by 2 divided by 2, दोनों तरफ से 2 lambda by r, वही सेम हो गया. So lambda is nothing but linear charge density, r is nothing but the distance from the straight conductor where the electric field is to be determined. सही है? अब इसका वैल्यू डायरेक्टली भी ले सकते हैं. देन सर हम यूज़ करें सो हम इससे भी लिख सकते हैं, मल्टीप्लाई बाय 2 डिवाइडेड बाय 2, मल्टीप्लाई बाय 2 डिवाइड बाय 2, ओरिजिनल इक्वेशन सेम. देन द लास्ट वन, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ड्यू टू ए चार्ज्ड प्लेन शीट. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ड्यू टू ए चार्ज्ड प्लेन शीट. Electric field due to a charged plane sheet. That electric field due to a charged plane sheet E equals to 2 sigma by epsilon naught. हम लोग करे सो है, right? Now this is about what? The electric field due to a charged plane sheet. ये पूरे इक्वेशन हम लोग डिराइव करे सो है. By using these equations we go for what? The numericals. So we are solving the numericals belongs to only NCERT section. Shall I go for the numericals? आपकी इजाज़त से. Then you get the confident how to do the problems, right? I go for the numericals. First numerical. So just I write the numerical on the board. आप एग्ज़ाम्स जब रेगुलर क्लासेस में कैसा करते हैं उसी के हिसाब से हम लोग यहाँ पे भी कर सकते हैं, राइट? सो जब न्यूमेरिकल सेक्शन जाते हैं दैट इज़ नथिंग बट यहाँ पे हम लोग इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ड्यू टू ए चार्ज्ड प्लेन शीट. कुछ तो इक्वेशन में चेंजेस हो सकते हैं यहाँ पे, थोड़ा इक्वेशन गौर करो. ई इक्वल्स टू हम क्या लिखे, 2 सिग्मा डिवाइडेड बाय एप्सिलॉन नॉट. क्या चेंजेस है यहाँ पे, करेक्शन कर सकते हैं. 2 ऊपर नहीं आना, 2 नीचे आना. सर आप भी लिखे ना, जब 2 एंड कंसिडर करते हैं टोटल इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स, यहाँ पे हम करेक्शन फ्रैक्शन ऑफ सेकंड में कर सकते हैं. φ1 प्लस φ2 दोनों क्या है, टोटल इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स. दैट इज नथिंग बट दोनों सेम है. दैट इज नथिंग बट φ इक्वल्स टू ई इक्वल्स टू फ्लक्स पर यूनिट एरिया, φ इक्वल्स टू ई इंटू ए प्लस ई इंटू ए. सो टोटल इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स कितना हो गया, 2EA. सही है? चला राइट. टोटल इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स इक्वल्स टू 2EA. देन एप्लीकेशन ऑफ द गॉस थ्योरम में हम लोग क्या करें, टोटल इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स इक्वल्स टू 1 बाय एप्सिलॉन नॉट टाइम्स द टोटल चार्ज एनक्लोज्ड, राइट? यहाँ पे 1 बाय एप्सिलॉन नॉट, Q इक्वल्स टू सिग्मा इक्वल्स टू चार्ज पर यूनिट एरिया, Q इक्वल्स टू सिग्मा इंटू ए. हम दोनों कंपेयर करें, देयरफॉर हम गलती करें सो यहाँ पे चेक भी कर सकते हैं, लिखे सो सही है क्या ना है. ये गया ये गया. E इक्वल्स टू सिग्मा बाय 2 एप्सिलॉन नॉट। सही है, राइट। हम गलती करे थे लिखते वक्त, ऊपर लिखे थे, सही कहने डाउट आ गया, देन क्लियर कर लो। इज इट द करेक्टेड? यस, यहाँ पे है, उसको डेरिवेशन करे सो आप लोगों को तसल्ली देने के लिए और एक बार इधर कर लिए, राइट। यस, आई गो फॉर फर्स्ट प्रॉब्लम, दैट इज नथिंग बट फर्स्ट न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम्स। लिस्ट ऑफ फॉर्म तो मालूम हो गया, देन आई गो फॉर प्रॉब्लम्स। I go for first problem. That is, I go for only NCERT problems. According to that, whatever the NCERT has provided, maximum examination section problems are belongs to what? NCERT. So I go for first NCERT problem that is provided in your book. क्या पूछता देखो? I write the problem. What is the force between two small charged spheres? What is the force between what is the force between two charged spheres? Two charged spheres having charges of 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 coulomb and 3 into 10 to the power of minus 7 coulomb. 3 into 10 to the power of minus 7 coulomb, placed 30 centimeter apart. Placed 30 centimeter apart, दूर, apart in air. Now this is my problem. What is the force between the two charged spheres having charges 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 coulomb and 3 into 10 to the power of minus 7 coulomb placed 30 centimeter apart in air. Now this is simple simple problem that is completely based on what? Your formula based problem. Simple है. I go for solution. एक बार प्रॉब्लम्स को अच्छी तरह से पढ़ लो। कितने चार्जेस है यहाँ पे? 2 स्फीयर्स है, उसके अंदर उसके ऊपर 2 चार्जेस है, एक चार्ज आई कॉल गिवन, एक चार्ज उसको Q1 बोलता हूँ मैं 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 coulomb और एक को Q2 3 into 10 to the power of minus 7 coulomb. What is the separation distance? D 30 centimeter. That is 30 into 10 to the power of minus 2. Centimeter means minus 2. अगर यहाँ पे एक 0 कट करे 3 into 10 to the power of minus 1 meter, that is 0.3 meter. हमको क्या पूछ रहा? Force experienced by the charges in air medium. डायरेक्ट फॉर्मूला है, F equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught product of the charges divided by distance square. So therefore F equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught charges Q1 Q2 divided by d square. सब्स्टिट्यूट कर सकते हैं. So 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught 9 into 10 to the power of 9, 2 charges 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7, 3 into 10 to the power of minus 7, a कितना है 3 into 10 to the power of minus 1 whole square. सही है, right. Then I go for calculation. यहाँ पे F equals to 9 as it is रख दूँ मैं, 3 into 2 6, 10 to the powers. When the bases are same, powers are added. Minus 7 minus 7 minus 14, minus 14 plus 9. So minus 14 plus 9 divided by 9 into 10 to the power of minus 2, a 9 9 get cancel हुआ, बचा कितना 6, 10 to the power of 14 में 9 निकालो, that is nothing but minus 5, a 10 to the power of minus 2 ऊपर लाए तो 6 into 10 to the power of कितना हो जाता है? F equals to 6 into 10 to the power of minus 5 plus 2, that is F equals to 6 into 10 to the power of minus 3 Newton. अब लेंदी खींचे, फर्स्ट टाइम रहने दो, 10 to the power आप सेपरेट यहाँ पे आपको कैलकुलेशन करके यहाँ पे रख रहे हैं और निकलने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. नेक्स्ट, डायरेक्ट वी कैन मेक इट. -7 -14 -14 प्लस 9 -5 ये -2 हो जाता. -5 ऊपर है तो +2 -3. डायरेक्टली स्टेप्स को आ सकते हैं. देन व्हाट इज द नेचर ऑफ द फोर्स? दोनों चार्जेस पॉजिटिव है, ये भी पॉजिटिव है, ये भी पॉजिटिव है. लाइक चार्जेस रिपेल्स. द नेचर ऑफ द फोर्स इज अट्रैक्शन. F इज अट्रैक्टिव इन नेचर. अट्रैक्टिव लिखते हैं, दोनों क्या है? पॉजिटिव है. फोर्स इज रिपल्सिव. F is repulsive because like charges repels. Now this is your first problem. Now simplest problem है theoretical based. That is nothing but your formula based है. एक बार glance कर लो. Then I go for what? One more problem. I write the problem on the board because you can easily understand it. Right? थोड़ा हमको मेहनत हो जाता है, आपको समझाना है. आपको समझाने से बेहतर और कोई मेहनत नहीं है. When you are going to understand the problems, when you put the smile on your face, we are more happy. We are meant for you to make the things to be easier. समझ में आ गया? Shall I go for one more problem? Right. Next problem निकाल दो. Yes. I go for second problem. So what is the things he has given in the problem? So जब problems आप करते रहते हैं एग्जाम में और आपके रेगुलर टेस्ट में, just you have to read the problem carefully. तो बहुत सारे बच्चे प्रॉब्लम्स बगैर पढ़े सो प्रॉब्लम करना चाहते हैं, और इट इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल. खाना ही नहीं खाए, आप लोग चाहते हैं कि हम खून बना दें. जब तक अच्छी तरह से खाना नहीं खाएंगे, जब तक अच्छी तरह से पचा नहीं सकते उसको, डाइजेशन नहीं कर सकते, देन नेवर हैड द ब्लड इन योर वेसल्स. अच्छी तरह से प्रॉब्लम को अंडरस्टैंड कर लो, यू कैन इजीली राइट इट. सेकेंड प्रॉब्लम क्या बोलता देखो. द इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फोर्स ऑन ए स्मॉल स्फीयर ऑफ चार्ज. द इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फोर्स on a small sphere of charge .4 microcoulomb due to another small sphere of charge minus 0.8 microcoulomb is in air. 0.8 microcoulomb in air is, he has provided 0.2 Newton. Then after that he made the two part. A, what is the force between two spheres? What is the force between two spheres? Are you getting the point? Second one, what is the force on the second sphere due to first? What is the force on second sphere due to first? Now this is the problem. पहले force दिया सो है. There are the two charges, they are placed in the what? Air medium. And what is the force between the two charges? What is the force on the second charge due to first? what is the distance between the two spheres? Already force दिया सो वही बोल रहा हूँ मैं. What is the distance between? What is the distance? यहाँ पे correction कर लेंगे. What is the distance between two spheres? Already force दिया सो फिर force कहीं को पूछता हूँ. देखो problems देख लो. There are the two spheres are having the charges, so एक positive है और एक negative है. Naturally there is a force of attraction and force दिया सो distance पूछ रहा. Once again this is nothing but what? Problem based. Force due to the लिखने की जरूरत है, पूरा इधर ही है. F equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 divided by d square. So force कितना है? 0.2 Newton. 9 into 10 to the power of 9. What is the charge? एक 0.4 माइक्रोकूलम 10 to the power of -6 और एक 0.8 माइक्रोकूलम. नेगेटिव साइन छोड़ दो. मैग्नेट ऑफ द चार्ज शुड बी कंसिडर पॉजिटिव. नेगेटिव रहे तो भी क्या कंसिडर लेते? पॉजिटिव. डिस्टेंस मालूम नहीं है, डी स्क्वायर. सर हमको नहीं होना, हमको यहाँ पे गिवन होना है. देख लो सर, हमको गिवन रहे तो अच्छा रहता. यस, गिवन 0.2 न्यूटन, Q1 0.4 माइक्रोकूलम, 0.4 इंटू 10 to the power of -6. दूर चले जाता, आपको नहीं दिखेगा शायद. इसको यहाँ पे शिफ्ट कर ले तो जगह है ना, शिफ्ट कर दो. माइक्रो मीन्स 10 to the power of -6 कूलम. Q2 नेगेटिव रहे तो भी क्या लिखते? मैग्नीट्यूड इज पॉजिटिव. सर वो नेगेटिव का मतलब क्या है? यू हैव टू बी मेंशन द नेचर ऑफ द फोर्स के लिए नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव यूज हो जाते हैं. बट प्रॉब्लम्स कॉल करते हो नेगेटिव साइन मत डालो. स्टेटमेंट वही बोलता है, प्रोडक्ट ऑफ मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ द चार्जेस. बहुत सारे बच्चे क्या करते हैं, नेगेटिव साइन डाल लेते दिए सो बोल के. किस लिए दिए सो है? दोस पॉजिटिव एंड नेगेटिव चार्जेस, पॉजिटिव साइन एंड नेगेटिव साइन फॉर द चार्जेस टू कन्फर्म दैट वेदर द फोर्स इज अट्रैक्टिव और रिपल्सिव, उसके वास्ते. देन 0.2 शैल आई राइट 2 into 10 to the power of -1. अब देखो 4 6 6 12 -12 प्लस 9 कितना होया? 8 4 जा 32 0.32. 0.4 into 0.8 0.32 -12 plus 9 -3 divided by d square. सही है. देन यहाँ पे लिख सकता हूँ मैं d square equals to 9 0.32 is nothing but 32 into 10 to the power of -2 a -3 a इधर आ जाता 2 into 10 to the power of -1. 2 1 जा 2 16 जा. Shall I write d square equals to 9 into 16? सही है. 10 to the power of -5 plus 1 -4. अब इसको अंडर रूट डाले, अंडर रूट ऑफ 9 into 10 to the 9 into 16 into 10 to the power of -4. एक एक को बाहर लेके आओ. 9 बाहर लाए 3, 16 बाहर लाए 4, a बाहर लाए 10 to the power of -2. 12 into 10 to the power of -2 meter. This is your answer. That is 12 centimeter or 0.12 meter without using the calculator. एक बार पूरा थिंग्स को ग्लांस कर लो. This is the separation distance between the two charges, two spheres, that is 12 centimeter or 0.12 meter or 12 into 10 to the power of -2 meter. ये फर्स्ट पार्ट होगा. एक बार पूरे इक्वेशन को ग्लांस करो. Right? Then what is the last thing of the topic? Last thing of the problem. What is the force between the two spheres due to first? What is the force on second sphere due to first? The two forces are equal in magnitude but opposite in nature. It obeys the Newton's third law. For every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. वही concept. Whatever the force is exerted by the second sphere on the first, or whatever the force is exerted by the first sphere on the second, both are same. The two